Alrighty, hello, and welcome to Empire of the Lost, week 15. Next, how's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Going good.
Yeah, doing alright.
Not so bad over here.
Pretty good. Won't be here for too long, but should be okay.
Everybody stay dry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it's raining today.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're missing Raya for an undisclosed amount of time. She's having a little personal emergency, so we're just gonna have to make up for her. So all you have to do the outstanding effort of RPing as Raya as we're gonna be playing today. I know, it'll be very hard and difficult.
Oh, I've,
Right.
I've got it. I've got it.
I can't talk
Try
to
this
you
on. Try this
fast
on.
enough.
She scowls.
Oh,
I'll
you're
be.
so good at this, Alfie.
Thank you. To be fair, I played a very similar character before, so I've got experience in the matter.
Mm.
So, anybody want to do the recap?
Oh, I missed part of it, so I'm not the best choice for this.
You didn't miss much.
I mean, if we're talking about what happened last time, we started off with us walking away from what's his name? The two-headed guy with glasses. And we were going to the wrong pillar. We were supposed to go to the other one, but we were kind of iffy on what exactly the instructions were. But then our illustrious GM explained it to us. I'm like, oh, okay. So went to the second pillar, the one that was going to the second floor. So we went to that one. We talked to the guards over there. They're pretty nice. And after that, went up the pillar. It's kind of a long ride up, but we got there eventually. Once we got to the second floor, turns out it was garbage disposal, because that's always lovely. Once we got there, we found some garbage dwellers.
They were called the Forgotten.
The Forgotten, yes. Level of the Forgotten, or like the floor of the Forgotten. Then we talked to the speaker, I believe his name was, something like
That's
that.
what he called himself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, after Asteron was basically doing a little language rundown, saying like, okay, do you know this language? Do you know this language? Okay, you know this language. Then we started talking to the speaker. Then we're trying to pull a lull over his eyes, but he didn't quite buy us. And then Big Hilda came around, started throwing things at us. Had to dodge them and beat her down a little bit until she finally sobered up, and then we spared her, and now we're in the middle of the Forgotten, trying to figure out exactly how to get back.
Yeah. Well, I think the more immediate is figuring out what to do with. What was it? Hilga?
Yeah.
Hilda, wasn't it?
Hilda.
Everything fine, Adrian? Is everything okay?
No,
Oh.
I can't find the kitten.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
called Grandma. Kitten got out when she was leaving, and she just fucked off to church without putting the one that is probably gonna kill the kitten in the house.
Okay. So you don't need to be with us if that's the case. You can go
I
off
can't.
and look for
I
it.
can't find her. I
Are
cannot
you-
find the kitten. I have
Yeah,
been
you need to
calling
go
her,
look
she
for her.
won't come.
I mean, you should still probably just go look for her. You don't need to be with us.
You do not understand. If this is farmland,
Uh-huh.
it's literally like finding a specific straw of hay in a haystack.
I mean, I've been in farmland for the past week. Like, it takes a while, but you're able to find them. Well, at least it's worth the shot, you know.
Like I just think it probably
I literally don't know where
Like-
the fuck she would be.
like you're gonna be thinking about that the entire time. You're
Annoying.
you're in this game, so I feel like it'll probably just be best just to take a break from the game and just go and look for her, or it. I don't know what the gender is, but you know, call its name and stuff. I'm assuming you've already done that, but you know. So yeah.
If Daisy doesn't kill my grandmother, I will.
Okay.
Anyway, we were talking about
What a
big giants,
beautiful
weren't we?
start to the stream. What a beautiful start to the stream.
So, how was the
Are you finished?
Hilda? Yeah.
Yep, so we start off with you guys spending the time to address your wounds, really getting a moment to get a breather from everything that's happened, and reassess your position here in the tower, just as Hilda begins to stir and move from her place in the ground.
It's starting to move again.
Yeah. Hey, Hilda, if you want me to call you that. How's it going?
Your words seem to reach it, though it doesn't seem, or she doesn't seem to give you any acknowledgement, either from a lack of understanding or lack of comprehension.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
think this one's exactly the same as the others.
we'll see. So we're not here to hurt you. We were just passing through. Need to get to the eighth floor. Do you have any idea how to get to there?
A large hand hits the ground, propping herself up, stumbling you guys a bit from just the impact, while she bends down and just kind of shakes her head, probably shaking the confusion off of her, though she still hasn't acknowledged you yet.
I just kind of go up and kind of poke at her hand. Hi, Hilda. Do you hear me?
Careful, Astron.
I don't think that's exactly a great idea. It did just try to crush us.
Yeah, but she also just started, holding her hands up to her face and crying. I feel like there's some sort of, humanity to this thing, right? As I look back to Hilda.
Not saying there isn't, but I'm saying that it might try to crush you again.
See?
Turning its head, looking down at you, Astron, it picks up its hand as almost in the same tone of a person moving their hand away from a possible poison insect or something, before rolling to its side and pushing into the trash heap, trying to make herself put as much distance between you and her as possible.
Like, okay. Alright, I kind of just, sit down cross-legged, a little bit further in towards her, but not too much. Just, okay, well, let's just try to work this out. Try working a little faster, because we're on a timestamp here.
As you
Hi.
speak, it puts its hands in front of its faces and uses it as shields.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're all friends here. I look to everyone. We're all friends here, right?
Does she understand you?
I think it does. I look back. Do you speak in any way?
It doesn't seem to give you, again, no visible sign of understanding or visible sign of comprehension.
I think it's like the tone of your voice.
You could probably just get the same effect by making soothing enough noises.
I just start talking in a just general sense. Speaker, if you're still there, can you come out?
Go ahead and make a general diplomacy check.
All right.
Ooh.
Astron clears up his throat as he starts speaking. I should probably start putting on a good face now. I'll change my thing. Don't worry. Rolled low there.
A moment of silence passes to the point where you believe your call failed to rouse the speaker to leave, or if any of the forgotten to do anything more than hide, before startling most of you from out of eye shot and directly to the point where it's oriented to be behind each and every single one of you. You hear a voice. The speaker hears, and the speaker comes to speak.
Okay, good. Can you just come into the so I can see you? Cause kind of again time, and I need to think. I think we should probably.
Words need to be heard and spoken, not seen.
Fine. Okay. So I'm trying to talk to Miss Hilda here. Does she understand us?
The large one doesn't speak the tongue of the common.
Okay, which tongue does she speak then?
It begins to speak in Abyssal.
Ah, okay.
The tongue
Look-
that you know.
Ah, okay. So I just start speaking in that harsh abyssal language. Hi, Hilda. Do you understand me now?
Hard guttural sounds come from Hilda as you speak. Its hands don't move from its face, though whatever she said went right over your head.
Okay, I look back over to, I look back to where the direction of the speaker's voice. What did she just say?
She understands the words you speak, though the language she knows is for the under ones only.
Okay. So, if you would be so kind as to act as translator, that'd be swell.
If the rage has been siphoned,
Okay. So,
he's saying yes only if the rage has been siphoned.
oh, okay. Look back over to Hilda. Are you saying obviously in Abyssal? Are you okay now? Are you calmed down?
As long as you keep your distance, it doesn't seem she's making any visible moves.
Okay. Like I'm still sitting cross-legged on the ground. All right. Okay, so we need to find our way out to the 8th floor. We were told that this level housed some awesome individuals who would help us in our plight. Not saying that we're forcing you to do anything at all. That's not how we roll. But it would be nice if you could point us in the right direction to go up to the 8th floor. Please.
Rorschach. She says you speak many words.
Okay. Okay.
Just highlights and Master.
Right. Okay. So, us friends, we want to go to floor of facilitators, raven people, 8th floor. Us go there.
Russia. Facilitators. No longer friends with her.
First I'm gonna sense mode of that before I start saying, yeah, we want to kill the facilitators. 27. How does that sound?
Just from the tone of her voice. I mean, actually, no, not by the tone of it. It's really hard to tell anything by her. So, going with what you do know, when you started speaking about the facilitators, you could see she tensed up. And her hands, even though clasped over her face, you can see the muscles like begin to bulge from just a pure mention of the facilitators. So you can see there's it gave a reaction, at least.
Alright. Well, us, no friends with facilitators. We want to go to facilitators to punch, smash,
Oh my god.
and destroy.
I would make fun of you, but can't speak Abyssal.
The words you speak are truth, she says in undercommon.
Oh.
I still can't understand that.
Yeah. No.
So,
Yeah.
I say in undercommon, yes, I do speak the truth. We're, yes, I speak truth. We, make deal with other two-headed person who also not like facilitators, wants us to destroy them.
She finally drops one hand, then the other. Her 4 eyes, some of them filled with black circles from the fight prior, turn to look at Asteron, while he sits there, some odd 30 feet in front of her. You hate facilitators.
Yes.
Follow she says as she stands up, pushing off the trash, and lumbers into an arbitrary direction in the darkened trash plane.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I turn to them. We're supposed to follow. We're supposed to follow her. Thank you, speaker, for that. That was great. Good on you. We're going now. All right.
Follow her where?
To good things. To help us fight facilitators. She's leading us to where we need to go.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a pretty good speaker when I want to be. Apparently.
I could tell if you were actually talking to each other. You were just kind of growling at each other.
Yeah, strange
Yeah.
of you to know Abyssal, huh?
I know. Okay. Yes, I'm a bit of a scholar. I know a few languages. I don't mean to brag.
How many?
Well, I start speaking to you in angelic. La 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 la.
Everyone's ears begin to pop and almost bleed.
Don't do that.
Can you not?
Do that.
I'm sorry
Okay.
for asking. Can we move up?
And it's not
Let's
even
move on.
as unpleasant. It's like a chorus reaching to its crescendo, but it's
Yeah.
almost an infinite point.
Interesting. But no,
Oh,
that's not too
no.
bad.
Please
I'm sorry
don't
for
do that.
asking. I'm sorry. I should have known.
Sorry, forgot that was a thing.
I don't know if this creature would be inclined to help us.
She doesn't seem to like facilitators either. So, I told her that
Why
we
does she
were.
like us? We just attacked her.
She
Well,
just
I
attacked
see-
us. We defended ourselves. She lost. And at first she seemed to be okay with just kind of hiding.
I wonder if
So-
she'd see it the same way.
I
Well,
don't
what are
care
our
if she
other
sees it the
options?
same way. As long as it works out fine for us, it's all right.
Well, from
That's
what
what I'm worried about.
I mean, like from what I'm getting from what the speaker was telling me, that was the voice you were hearing. I'm pretty sure that this like rage thing just she's not able to really fully control herself, and I feel like us, kind of wearing her down, kind of brought it down, so she was able to regain her sense of control, and we were able to then converse. And I smooth things over, if I do say so myself.
That's not really exclusive to her, is it? I've heard of lots of people who fight using anger. Just kind
Right.
of give a little glance to Raya.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
But I mean, either
Well,
way,
We shall
This
soon find out if your wordsmithery is as effective as you hope it is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Did you just say
I mean,
word
like,
three?
Is that like the longest word you saw in a book or something?
Astron puts his hands up. That's those two that are talking. Don't bring me into that, as I'm still keeping up, making sure that we don't lose sight of Hilda and this huge trash heap.
It's very difficult to do so with how large she is.
Okay, good.
Huge.
But you do keep up. Eventually, she leads the group to an area that is broken off by these large trash mountains that open up into a pass in between them. These trash mountains dwarf her by threefold and look like looming, sleeping giants pressed up against the wall of this place.
Okay.
Seems incredibly wasteful.
So, I speak in Undercommon to Hilda. So what are we gonna do here then?
She puts a finger over one of her mouths as she continues moving.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that's a universal term for everyone. Everyone understood what that meant.
I. Good.
Cool. And I just walk with her, just making sure.
So as the time passes, eventually you break from the trash mountain peaks that loom to the direct left and right of you and exit into a small area that, once you first start to arrive, the ever familiar sound of burnt vegetation begins to berate and assault your senses and sinuses. Eventually, you start to move out of the trash heap and find yourselves in a plain of ash.
Oh boy.
Okay. Neat.
Hilda
Oh, shit, this
continues
is-
to move over and eventually comes to a particular spot in the back of this area. That's an entire field of what looks like sunflowers. She kneels
Aw.
down and, like, fingers one with her large, like, reach and picks it up from sagging as she begins to speak in Undercommon once again. Facilitators, come, burn Hilda's children. Facilitators, no friend to Hilda.
Well, that's just fucked up.
That's just terrible.
We don't know about it. Let's
Yeah, you
speak
don't know
under-
about that.
I
Unless
know,
you
but
speak under
still,
common.
it's terrible. That
Hilda
was
Sov,
That was me.
you come through facilitator portal. Hilda kill facilitators.
Oh, so that's why you. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Well, we had to use the portal in order to get over to here. It's just right. So, do you know how to get up to facilitators to Smash?
Only ones who leave plane are facilitators. And she, like, pauses, looking like she wants to say something, but the other head is glaring at her head that was speaking.
Oh,
That
right.
seems to
Yes,
shut her up.
yes. Excuse. Okay, so I look at the other head that seems to be less into this whole thing. I mean, what is it? I feel like I thought you two were in agreement on this. I mean, they're killing your babies. I feel like that's kind of a non-gray area there.
The quieter head has its eye turned to look at you, and you realize this head is also the head that Fayana fucking pincushioned.
Good.
And just looks to be glaring.
Does that one speak a lot? As I look back to the head that has been talking.
Hilda does not hold well to those that tried to kill Hilda.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, to be fair, that was more self-defense than anything else. You were coming to attack us, and I mean, I did talk for like a bit during the fight, and I was just trying to get through to you, but you know, you were just smashing stuff. So we just had to kind of just kind of pound it in so you'll try and regain your consciousness. And hey, we didn't kill you.
Roll diplomacy.
uh, yeah.
We're all doomed to relying on Astron.
That's our classic mistake.
Her eyes of the one that seemed to be injured narrow angrily, and its lips like pierced to just a flat line, and has a face of like unimpressed, looking at you.
Yeah. But I assure you, we are not friends of the facilitators, and that is in our to-do list to hurt them bad and make them go away. It is in the job description. Assure you of that.
The two of them are looking at you at this point, hearing all the words you're saying. Eventually, the quieter one says something to the ear of the other, as Hilda's frame just turns to show you her back, as they seem to be having a conversation between the two of them.
What the hell is going on here?
Everything's fine. Everything is great. We're just having a little bit of a discussion.
Is one of the heads like the angry head?
Come on, Asteron, do your wordsmithery.
What? I'm doing fine. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
You know, in my experience, when people say everything's fine, everything is not fine.
Well, I'm gonna turn around and listen for a little second with a 9.
You try to pay attention, but you have the group now trying to figure out what's going
Yeah.
on, since you haven't told them anything ever since exiting the Trash Mountain.
They're all chattering.
Yeah, just talking in undercommon.
Now, but seriously, what is going on?
Okay, so we're going through this whole thing. Apparently, the facilitators don't really like her babies, so for some reason they've been killing her babies.
Is that her actual babies, or is she talking about like the?
I'm sorry,
flowers?
what?
I believe she said babies or children. I don't know if she was being metaphorical or whether it was actually, birthing, because I know that these guys are all big on the whole eugenics thing. So I feel like that it might be her actual offspring. Right now she's kind of concerned with the fact that we did attack her, despite the fact, it was self-defense, and I did make that point. Although, the other one that's kind of that doesn't talk much is kind of concerned about us. So I think they're having a discussion on exactly whether they should help us or not. But I feel like everything's gonna be okay. Just trust me on this. Everything's gonna be fine.
Why don't I trust you?
Yeah, honestly, I'd
why.
rather have someone be doing this who isn't you.
Well, I'm sorry.
Not an
I
exact deal.
ask in Undercommon. Do you speak Undercommon? Exactly. I say in common.
What the fuck did
Thank
you even
you.
say?
Exactly.
Can't I just do that all the time?
If these
Oh,
are
now I'm just gonna
actual,
be cocky.
if these
Like
are
it's-
supposed actual offspring, wouldn't there have to be another to get that done?
I don't know. Don't like frogs able to do something like that, or like
No.
Or like, how about, or
Knowledge of nature.
What?
Are frogs able to do something like that?
I don't know.
They're not.
uh,
It's they like produce by like
I'm fairly
laying the eggs
certain.
and then
I'm
it's
fairly
not asexual. It's not
I'm fairly
Right.
certain frogs are not asexual.
right. Yeah, frogs not asexual, but maybe they're like sponges. Plus, you know. But I mean, you know, magic.
That doesn't look like a sponge.
Yeah.
It is like covered in grease. See
But I'm
little
sure
sponges
everything's
like that?
fine. I look over. I'm gonna do a sense motive on her to see how her body language is changing. Does it look like she's about ready to just jump us right now?
Doesn't look like it. Still
Okay.
seems to be statuesque and having a hushed conversation with herself.
Okay. I'm gonna say, okay, guys, just stay here. I'm gonna go over and see if I can work things out. Okay?
Why does that seem like such a bad idea?
Don't worry, everything's fine. As I do finger guns as I walk back and then turn around.
Move.
Right, Cor, shouldn't you go with him? I have a feeling he's gonna get himself killed.
Probably both of those things are true.
Suppose it's out of our court right now.
Excuse me, Hilda.
The last thing he talked to picked him up by his head, didn't it? And now he wants to go talk to it again. Is he stupid or something?
Probably.
Who knows?
The sterner head turns over her shoulder, then looks down at you with a pensive glare.
Sorry, it's just, you know, we're kind of on a bit of a time crunch. I'm a little concerned about, you know, Mr. Big Boss coming back and, you know, talking with the facilitators at the time that we get over there. Then it's just going to be like really awkward of us trying to kill them while he's there. It's going to be... So, you know, just want to get to that facilitator room and deal with them.
She looks again at you. Make another diplomacy.
Oh, jeez. Ah, going great, guys. It's going great.
It's painful.
Ah.
Oh no.
Don't do that. Please.
Don't giggle. Don't snicker.
Giggles are banned.
You continue to try to pierce into her lack of valor or better judgment as much as you can, but this head seems to just have nothing with it.
Yeah, turn around, give them thumbs up. Everything's going great.
Why are you lying to us? Oh, no, that's not me.
So, its body shifts again. You plan on killing facilitators.
Yes,
All facilitators.
that was more or less the plan, I believe. Killing facilitators, driving them out of here, making sure they never come back. That was more or less what our job was, yes.
You able to bring Iunaga to Dark Plane to bring more sunflowers?
I'm sorry, can you run that by me again?
Iunaga, lady that brings sunflowers. Who gives sunflowers to Hilda.
Unaga. Is that so? So there's a woman who comes to the tower?
It was a woman I knew when lived in Tillith Mountains, in great land of angry people. On top
Okay.
of Forest Mountain.
And she would come to the Dark Plane to give you flowers?
The angry head growls and hits the ground. Not Dark Plane!
Okay.
Asteron?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. It was just a little bit of clarification she needed to make.
He
So
seems kind of angry at you.
what plane do you want?
Plane of Yellow Sun!
Okay. I'm assuming you mean Tillith?
Bring Uyunaga!
Okay. Let's calm down. I'm just trying to understand what are the terms of this deal so I can make sure that I get what you want in the best possible way. So just help me out here, okay? That's all I'm asking.
Do diplomacy.
Oh my gosh!
Hate you,
Just
Astro,
for the
so
record,
much.
just for the record, the highest I can get on this is a 29. Let's keep that in mind.
Nice job, fucko.
Yeah.
Fuck's the matter with you, man?
Why don't any of us know Undercommon? Like, what the hell?
The stern head gets angry and crosses, well, both arms and kind of just turns its nose up from you for the rest of the conversation, it seems.
Okay, so that one doesn't really like me. But you do, as I point to the nicer head. Okay, so Unaga is a woman from Tillith.
The nicer head nods. Features
Okay.
look much like that one. She gestures with her head since she can't use her arms right now to Akiyama.
I mean, they look like Akiyama and, as I point over to Sujin, or
Oh yeah,
Akiyama.
Suijin's one too, so yeah, the both of them.
Okay, all right, okay, okay. Unaga from wherever they are. Okay. I shout over to Sujin for a second. Hey, not Sujin. Well, actually, no, both of them. Sujin, Akiyama, do you know anyone named Unaga?
Why would we?
Never mind. So I look back to Hilda. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So is someone from Tilth? Okay. How exactly did you procure these flowers? I'm sorry. How did Unaga give you these flowers?
Before, when Hilda used to live in forest, in Plain of the Angry Ones, Unaga used to come and was Hilda's only friend. Hilda used to get flowers from Unaga. Said it was special flowers that don't grow in places like in the Angry One's place. And she brought them to Hilda, saying that Hilda should keep them as present in children.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm starting to piece this together. And once your kind brought you and this tower over to, well, maybe not the tower, but their kind over to the Dark Plane, Unaga stopped visiting?
The kinder head nods.
Okay. Now, did the other bigger ones, well, maybe not bigger ones, but the other two-headed ones, did they allow Iwanaga to give you these flowers, or was this all a secrecy thing?
These are all I had left when coming here.
Okay, I mean, because I'm not entirely sure we can move your entire race back to where your plane was, but maybe we can, once we get back to Tillith, we can tell Iwanaga that, hey, Hilda's back in the Dark Plane! You can visit her now! Eh? Eh?
Akiyama, are those regular sunflowers?
I think Alfie's fixing his dinner. Or, no, it's already fixed.
So did you hear that, Alfie? What Chris was asking you? He's frozen. God damn it.
That's the most fixed internet I've ever seen.
Uh,
Oh my god.
So, as you mention all these things to her, she looks really pensive at first. Like she's mulling it over or giving the thoughts a chance to entertain her. Go ahead and make a diplomacy against the calm head.
okay. Great.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Rolls just are not with you today.
They're not. Because it's diplomacy. No matter how many points I put into it,
No.
dice knows.
Bring Unaga here. Unaga stay. She and I help raise children.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Okay. So once we finish with off the facilitators, you can bring up. We'll get back to Tilith, and we'll send Naga back over to the Dark Plane, and you guys can catch up.
With that, she nods. And at the same time, you can see the secondary head, like, doing the whole Tsunade thing, like having one eye open, looking down at you, paying attention to the conversation. But whenever you look at her, she just shoots her head back up and ignoring you.
Okay.
Tsundere, not Tsunade.
Yeah. Tsundere style. Okay. All right. Cool. I'll just converse with my group. Just tell them what's happening, and we'll all be good. Okay.
The calmer head turns to the secondary one as it still keeps its head up and kind of turns its back away to you to have a conversation between the two of them now.
Hey, make my way back over to them. Hey guys, how's it going?
I don't know.
Are we
how
all
is
good
it
over?
going?
You
Sorry?
tell us.
Okay, so everything's good. She's gonna help us get up there. We're gonna beat the facilitators and all that. It's just that we're gonna have to convince an old lady to come to the Dark Plane to stay with her forever.
What?
So there's this woman named Iwanaga who's apparently as I look over to Sujin and Nakayama, then realizing what I did before, and like, she's a florist, apparently. And she gets a lot of flowers, and she used to give them to Hilda back when she was in the old plane of these two-headed giants. Unfortunately, when they came over here, Iwanaga, stopped doing that because she didn't know where they were. Because they're like, where's this plane now? Because they're in dark plane. So she wants us to bring Iwanaga over here after we're done with the facilitators, so she and Iwanaga can plant flowers for all of her life.
And why did you think me and Akiyama would know who this Uenaga is?
Because he's into politics,
I hate politics.
What?
but
That
he's
being
also
said, that being said,
but he's also into Swan, which is into love, which is into flowers.
So, the
Someone's
name
gonna roll a
is
photo.
not foreign to you, Akiyama, by any standard.
go on.
Probably should read your own backstory more.
Oh yeah, wait, shit.
Oh, thank God, I was in my back.
Oh,
I thought I was
God.
in my backstory.
Oh god, yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking about it.
So they
Good
just
job.
she just likes flowers. Is that it?
Well,
Think so. I mean, it seems like she's really focused on on this Iwanaga person. I mean, granted, it's the only person who ever gave her flowers. Maybe that's why. But I don't know. Maybe just giving her flowers might help.
are you sure this is an older woman?
Old woman named Iwanaga. At least, yeah. She's like she said. She said elderly woman. I believe. I believe she said that. That's what I heard.
That doesn't quite add up.
Why are we listening to a drug addict about this?
So
Excuse
is this
me.
just a bunch of ash north of us?
This room is like in the corner of the floor. This entire floor for the second floor. And this was kind of like her little cove of protection and whatnot. But where there were plants is mostly burnt ash and whatnot. And you get the idea that this used to be an entire like field of flowers in this corner. And all that's left is that one small corner in the north.
Okay.
So
I'm
you
gonna go up to
Oh, go-
over here, and I'm gonna kind of crouch down towards the ground and take out my shield that has produced a flower in the past. I'm gonna try to draw on my connection with titanium. Say a little prayer. Hey, I know we're a little disconnected here, but if you could, just once more, I'd like to see a sunflower would be helpful. I don't know if you can hear me, but it'd be really useful. Let's throw that in there for good measure.
I don't need that. I need a D6.
Okay.
yeah, you attempted to do a miracle. Oof. Eesh.
As you dig deep, remembering that bosom-like embrace that you had when you first met Titania, you can tell her hands are around you, wrapped around you, keeping you warm. Her presence is there, and you can feel her, though the connection between you and externally admitting it out seems to be too much of a distortion to cure the death that's been done to these plants here.
Right.
And during so, you can sense her sorrow in abandoning wildlife that she could save, though through you, she currently can't do it.
Okay. I mean, while he's doing that, unless anyone else wants to do something, I'm still going to ask Aston, so you sure you said Iranaga?
I mean, maybe it might be saying something else. I mean, you hear it, like the words kind of distorted, but I'm pretty sure that was the name that I kept throwing around.
It's probably just a coincidence or something.
Oh! Astron gets right up in your face. Do you know something?
To be sure. And I want to, and also, fuck you all, I'm gonna make this skill relevant. Get out my book and my writing utensil and attempt to sketch the person who I am thinking of. Get fucked, everyone. You're all the worst, I'm the best.
Roll
making
a knowledge
fun.
history.
So knowledge history to remember what they look like, and then drawing. Yeah, decent roll.
You could never forget the face of the person that you truly fell in love with once.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Got her name, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Uh,
You piece of crap.
Get fucked, everyone.
You draw a portrait that shows your innate talent with drawing. Granted, it's not perfect, it's not lifelike, but it's pretty fucking close. It's a perfect rendition of her and her younger self when the last you saw her.
Can you ask them if they looked anything like this?
Sir, as Astron holds his hand out.
Do you give him the notebook?
Yeah, I'd give them the notebook.
Cool. I take it, keeping the page that it's in. Hey, Hilda.
It turns around again. Its angrier head still keeping its eye away from you.
I hold up the thing. Does this look in any way similar to
You do that, she drops to her hands and knees and leans in forward really quickly to the point that you guys get frightened for a second from the quick movement. And gets right up in your face looking at it. The second head also turning to do the same. Nagi. She doesn't have age lines.
Okay, well, I guess that more or less answers my question.
And 2 eyes.
Oh.
Fuck are you going on?
I keep that to myself, but I close the book. Okay.
As you do that, her face kind of pines in pain when you do that, like kind of reaching out for the book.
Oh, well, this kind of belongs to my friend over there, as I point to Akiyama. So I can't just, give it to you. Actually, I look over to Akiyama. I think is it fine if I give her the picture in here? I think she really likes it.
I can take it out for her.
Okay, sure.
This
It's like,
is expensive.
okay, I try my best to finally tear the.
Let me do that.
Okay, I hold out the book for you to come over and get.
Take it off you.
So
Okay.
paper is made in a specific way. It's not actually like a spine.
It's a sketchbook.
Multiple pieces of paper folded together and tied with a rope, or not rope, a malleable piece of string, something like that. So
It's
tearing
something
off this
that's-
piece of paper would ruin a second piece in the book, essentially.
You could cut it off.
Ah,
Actually,
well, I mean, you.
yes, that is a good idea. That is a good idea. And I would get out. Well, yeah, I'd get out my little sword very carefully. Like use the edge of it to just cut along, so like the page is still in there, but not the parts I wanted.
So while he's doing that, Astro's just kind of standing there. So, hey, have you ever dated a girl with an eye patch?
I've slept with a girl with an eye patch before.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Why'd you ask?
Just asking. Curious.
Alright. So, what was their answer anyway?
Oh yeah, they definitely know Nagi. Apparently, she's got some aged lines from what this one remembers. So keep that in mind.
So they actually recognize his face.
Oh yeah, like did you not see that reaction?
I don't know, maybe they've just never seen a drawing before.
Oh well, yeah.
But-
Apparently,
So
Go
you're
on.
really saying that they recognize that face?
yeah. I called it Nagi.
Okay.
Are you okay,
Alright.
man?
I don't know. Really don't know.
Mm.
It's of all the places. Of all the places. Why here?
Are you alright, Akiyama?
I think
Oh,
so.
Next to him.
What? Oh no. Never mind. My
I
bad.
think I'm alright.
Akiyama roll
funny.
for feigning.
Or for what?
Fainting.
Thanks.
Feigning.
Was it like,
I'm guessing that's bluff. So
Roll a Constitution.
Yeah.
Say
You're
how,
thinking along.
how whelmed do you think this news makes you?
Pretty whelmed.
All right, I'll say the DC is 20.
I fail.
You couldn't even
It's
pass.
like I'm okay, and then just drops.
He could if
Oh.
he got a 10.
oh jeez.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna go over there.
I look over to Hilda. It's I think he's taking this not entirely well. I think you two could probably chat a bit later on, but for now, I think we should be getting to the not elevator, the lift.
but Nagi, pointing at the book.
Oh, have you finished cutting out the page yet?
I don't know. Did he finish cutting out the page yet?
Roll a D4, evens or yes.
Okay. Even's a yes. Yes.
Okay, then I just pick up the page and hand it to her. There you go.
It's like you gave her back her soul as she holds onto the paper. Her eyes begin to just well up with passion, and taking the sheet, just like press it against herself and just hugs it. Seemingly not understanding the separation between drawing and real life.
Aw.
Um, uh, Esteron wants to. That's gonna bite us. Just so you know, that's not actually, her. That's just an image of her. That's not the actual woman.
Huh?
What are you?
Looks at you confused.
It looks like her, but it's not. It's on a flat piece. It's like when your foot goes into the trash, and it makes the trash go down, and you take your foot up and it looks like your foot, but it's not actually your foot. That's like what's on the page.
Comparing my art to trash.
To footprints.
In trash.
Somehow she understands. So,
Okay, but
picture will stay young and give Hilda company?
it could if you want. If you treat it right.
Hilda nods fiercely.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's not much of a conversationalist, though. It doesn't talk much.
She seems to understand.
But, you can talk to it.
At least on the surface.
Okay.
She nods again. Hilda will show you to 3rd floor.
3rd floor?
Only way to get up to floor is from floor to floor.
Really? There's no direct route to the 8th?
She shakes her head.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be hard. So I look back to where everyone is. How's everyone doing with Akiyama?
Get out the smelling salts.
I've been assaulting him.
Okay. As I just see Sujin just slapping Akiyama and Raikor picking him up.
I don't know. Am I conscious now, or I'm still faint? A faint.
You're fainting until someone actually makes a check to try to make you not faint instead of just injuring you.
Oh yeah.
I can stabilize him.
As
that should
Akiyama, Raikor doing the right things to try to get you back to consciousness, your eyes begin to flicker back open.
We are having shit rolls today. My God.
Yeah.
What were we doing again?
Well, we were about to go to the 3rd floor.
Right.
It's not where we need to be.
Yeah, but you see, apparently this is like steps. Well, actually not steps, because you could skip steps, but yeah, we're gonna have to go to each floor in order to get to the 8th.
What the hell?
I know. Apparently that's how it is.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not an architect. Don't shoot the messenger, all right?
Yeah. Wait.
I thought you said you studied the Dark Plane. Why is this like this?
Okay, look. I know some things, not all things. Like, no one's ever really been in this tower. There's not really a lot of records.
So how
there's
the fuck
nothing
did
for
you
me-
study it?
Keep in mind, you guys are arguing why you guys can't go multiple floors in a universe where you can't go multiple floors. Why can't I go from the first
but
floor
like a
to the
ladder.
third? Like this is a common thing.
You have a ladder, you know?
I mean, we went
could
from like the. Sorry, go
say
on.
the area with the mother stone. There were all of those pillars.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought that was the thing, but apparently not.
He actually described to you guys that's from down there.
Yeah, but is this? Anyway, yeah. There's basically no records of anyone having been in here. We're kind of like on uncharted territory right now. So
So
As
how
you
do
guys are like getting to this point in the conversation, the sound of and something heavy locking into place resounds over the entire floor as a second pillar of light seems to burst like a miniature sun in a random direction from where you're at. And the echoing sound of metal hitting metal seems to resonate in the plane.
What was
As
that?
Hilda's calm demeanor seems to almost flip a switch to one of anger.
whoa. Hilda, focus. We need to get to the third floor.
And we're going to take that time to take a break.
God damn it.
Fucking you piece of shit. You piece of shit.
So thank you guys for watching. We're going to be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. And everyone berate and humiliate Alfie for failing to remember his own backstory. Wow.
Shun.
I feel like
We'll
it
be
kind of
back
balances
in
out.
that period of time. So thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Peace.
I think it's just like I remember with one of my characters in like the Friday game. I was like, I should probably go through some of these names I keep putting in my backstory because there were a lot of names to keep track of my backstory, and I'm thinking like, oh, I might lose track of that, and I feel like that's what happened to Alfie right here.
No, what happened right here is this is not the way I was expecting that character to show up if they were going to ever show up whatsoever.
So it just caught you completely off
It
guard.
just
They
took
didn't
me
even
completely off guard, and then
didn't even
I didn't
register.
even consider it could be that character because that is not the way I saw that going down.